This week we sample hop teas from Hoplark. This is episode 130 of the Malting Hour.
What's the haps on the hops? Got yeast and speeds. This the Malting Hour where we talk about our drink and tell you what we think every other week. And if we get drunk, well, we might slur our speech. Got the gift of gab, the friends you wish you had. Join us for a drink, join us for a laugh. Time is never wasted, where you getting wasted. The Malting Hour here, people take your places. People take your places. People take your home.
Welcome to the Malting Hour. I am one of your hosts, Tony Golick, joined always with
Brandon Winninger.
Happy January, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, this is our first official recording of 2024.
It is.
The last one was then after the final pour from 2023.
Correct.
So here we are. So far, we've made it to the new year. Brandon, how's your new year been so far?
It's been good. Minus about probably norovirus or whatever it was.
Cool.
That the whole family got. So that was fun. So
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've avoided, knock on wood, any real sicknesses yet. You know, a cold. That was about it. But nothing that was knocking me on my ass too bad. But so far so good.
Yeah.
And here we are in the first real cold ass day in Chicago. Wind chills today got to -30, baby. Why do we live here?
I don't know. It was ridiculous. I mean, like this morning when I went out, we were getting ready before Benjamin had his ice skating, and like I ran out to do something at the car, or I stepped outside for something. I'm like, oh, it's cold, but it's not like too bad. And then I felt like after we got out of his lesson, it was like just after 11. I'm like, it's colder. Like, this is getting worse, and it surely did.
Tomorrow night or tomorrow morning is supposed to be terrible. By the time everybody's listening to this, here in Chicago, it'll be -34 with the wind chill.
Lovely.
I also broke my door handle on my car. I forgot to tell you that.
What?
So my door was like frozen shut, and I was pulling, and it kind of like popped out. So I have to now go to the passenger side. This all just happened today. I have to go to the passenger side and open up my door.
Okay.
So that's cool. I got that going for me at least. But other than that, my car started, man, and that's all that mattered. Actually, I also...
Had you not started it since like Friday?
Since Friday.
No.
Friday. Friday was the last time I started because I went to the store at 9.
Okay.
Around 9. So Friday was the last time I started my car. So I was really nervous. I was like, I didn't want to say anything to you because I came by for dinner today and... I was like, oh man, I might have to cancel. But I don't want to say anything.
I can't get there.
So my car's dead, and I don't know how I'm getting to work tomorrow. But yeah, that fire right now I already feel the warmth over here. It's so nice. Yeah. This is great. Malting Hour studios are the best.
I've got it set, so it should turn off when it gets to like 78 degrees or something like that.
Oh, it's very nice. Very, very comfortable.
I like it.
Yeah, so very cold. Actually, when I went to the store to grab what we needed for tonight, I realized, I should grab some other groceries. So I have chicken in my car right now.
Oh, that'll be fine.
I know. That's what I thought. I'm like, I don't even need to bring this in. Like, I'm just going to leave it outside, leave it in the car. If anything, it might freeze.
I've got a free freezer.
Yeah. I thought about it too. I was going to buy some carbonated water, and I was like, those are going to freeze and explode in my car. And I don't want to bring them back and forth. So, But anyways, here we are, full swing into dry January.
Yay.
Where, Brandon, you're doing full-on dry January.
Yep.
I'm doing again dry-ish. I did have a couple drinks yesterday while doing some karaoke. That was nice. But other than that, it's been really nice not, taking a break, giving the body a break again. I always look forward to when February rolls around. I have,
fuck you, dry January! I'm making up for lost time.
I normally start with like drinking like sour
hard booze,
bottles of bourbon by myself. I missed you. No, I haven't brewed in a while, and I thought about brewing soon and maybe doing that again, doing the sour that's very low alcohol.
Okay.
And maybe like the cherry one, so that by the time February comes around, having that like on tap is super tasty and refreshing. But we're going to start with something that I'm familiar with, something I like drinking. This is from a company known as Hoplark, and I have purchased their hop teas, which I have had the 3 that I brought today. The first one, I'm not going to tell you what I think. I mean, while we're drinking, I'll tell you about it, but like I already have a ranking of these because I've had them before. But basically, I didn't have this open, or I didn't have anything pulled up. For this one, this is the Hoplark HopTea Calm One. It's chamomile tea, and it's
we're gonna fall asleep.
Yeah, it's carbonated water with organic chamomile flowers and citra hops. And it says, tea brewed like craft beer. Now more than ever, taking a moment of calm is actually the most important thing to do. This hoppy experience pairs well with a good book or an evening walk, or falling asleep next to a fire with your friend while recording a podcast. So have you ever had these before, Brandon?
I don't believe so.
So it's literally just carbonated tea with hops in there. Here, pass that to you. Sorry, I may have poured a little too much in mine. I'll just get more drowsy than you, which will be fine.
This, you gotta drive.
Yeah, it makes more sense. I'm just gonna sleep here. It's 0 cal. There's nothing in it. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 everything. Oh, good, it worked out. But yeah, this is This is it. Give it a smell. It reminds me of when I made my own hop water before.
I smell tea, and I smell hops.
Mission accomplished, Hoplark.
I taste tea, and I taste hops.
What do you think of it?
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, the hops are nice. It complements the chamomile pretty good. I don't drink. I mean, I do drink tea, like not all the time, but on the reg. A couple times a month I'll have some tea at night. But anyway, chamomile is not my go-to. I think Becca drinks it. I think Becca drinks it a lot because I think that's her like sleepy time tea.
Yeah.
But this is really good. For a chamomile tea and like mixed with the citra, like I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, this is so this one. I've brought all these to work before too. Like I make this when I have these, like I'll drink it in the middle of the day, like towards the end of the day, because it's kind of like it feels like a reward for myself. Like, well, here you go, buddy, a nice cold carbonated hoppy drink, and it's. I don't know. I just think it's super refreshing. I've had these in hot days. This is the first time I'm having it like now during like dry January. I've never had these before during dry January. Last year, I was all about those Lagunitas hoppy waters, all the different flavors they had, and I saw those today too. I was like, oh man, I forgot about those mix packs that are pretty good. I mean, I just like the straight up hoppy water that they do.
Oh yeah,
and we've talked about that before.
Yep.
But yeah, this one is really, really tasty. It's easy to drink. It's hoppy, but it's not super bitter, which is what I think is a plus. But it tastes like citra hops. Like there is a hoppiness to it.
Yeah, and like they have a scale on the can that kind of shows what level the hoppiness should be at, and this one's at the lowest level.
Correct.
It's just a wee bit.
Yeah, that's
it literally says wee bit.
I didn't even know that was on there, that they have the hop level on there.
Yep. And it says it's tea brewed like craft beer. I'd really be interested to know how they
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just wondering if they do like a steep. It's probably kind of like instead of mashing, they're steeping it with. No, I don't think they would steep it with hops.
I guess. I mean, I would think so.
They could do a boil, I guess.
Yeah. Let's contact Hoplark. Be like, what's up? Tell us what's going on.
Yo, how you do this?
The first time I ever had this, I saw it at Whole Foods, and Laura and I were grabbing some food there to eat there, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, hop water. I'll give this a try, with not even like putting together. It's just hop tea, but not putting together like, oh yeah, I'm about to drink tea. And it was nighttime, but again, it was the chamomile one. So I didn't feel...
and it's caffeine free. Well, this one is.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know about the other ones. I don't know if the other ones are caffeine free. But I've tried some of their other just hop waters, not the hop teas, which I don't think we did. I don't think we talked about these last year. And I just saw that they have a mix pack. I'm looking on their website now. But I tried the Sabro hops and the Citra hop. I've tried all three. Yeah, the Sabro, the Mosaic, and the Citra. Just the regular hop waters, and those are also very good. Yeah, I like this as an alternative for drinking with still getting the hoppiness in there. It's refreshing. It's great to have during the day. Yeah, I like these. I like that this is a thing. I really do.
I think what's kind of neat about it too is that it's not. I don't get me wrong. I love the hopped waters, but this is a little bit of a different take. There's
more flavor to it.
And I don't think now. I know there's hard teas. But there has to have been somebody that's brewed a beer that infused it with tea or something like that.
For sure. I know there's some. I mean, I'm trying to think. I know I've seen. There's definitely been beers with black tea.
Oh yeah.
But I can't think anything off the top of my head though. I mean, there's hibiscus, but that's a flower. But you can have a hibiscus tea. So, there's beers with hibiscus in it.
What's it like? Is Rosa?
That's got hibiscus in it.
Yeah,
but it's not really a tea leaf.
No. Yeah,
but I mean, tea leaves are from a plant. I don't know how tea.
Why is this gotta be so
I
hard?
don't understand.
Well, my thought was, I'm trying to and you kind of brought up the point. I was like, man, I've had some really good teas before. Some orange, zesty teas, and some that have lemon essence in there. And I'm like, that would be good with a half of Weizen or something like that. But then then in my head, I'm like, is that the actual tea, or is the tea bag just got dried orange peel in there or something, and that's really how I'm getting the flavor? And I'm like,
could be. I'm looking. So I looked it up, and this doesn't help. So there is beer for golf from Off Color.
Yeah.
And that beer is supposed to kind of be like an Arnold Palmer. So their secret ingredients on that are lemon peel, lemon juice, and black tea.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that might be one of the ones that...
Have you had that one yet?
I believe I have. I love good Arnold Palmer.
Did you have that when you were golfing?
When I go golfing all the time, man. You know me. Tony the golfer. I've gone golfing once in my life. It did not end well. It was fine, but
we should go golfing.
I'd be down. Do you ever golf before?
I've got golf clubs. I have golfed. I think the last...
That would have been just a better response. Do you go golfing? I have golf clubs.
I think the last time might have been at my buddy Joe Lococo's wedding, possibly. Or no, his bachelor party up in the Dells, which was an issue all on its own. It was debauchery.
Nice.
Some of it. But anyways, the first night we went up there, we got we were staying at the Kalahari Resorts, which is it's like a family resort. We were there. We had 2 adjoining rooms. I think we had 2 adjoining rooms. We had a massive room. Anyways, we got annihilated the first night to the point where I think I fell off the bed and I was sleeping on the floor. And we had a 7:30 tea time. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That's insane for a bachelor party. A 7:30 tea time. Was it full 18 holes too?
That's the best, man. Yeah, but the golf course out there was pretty dope. There were spots you're hitting literally off a cliff. They had cliffs up there that you're kind of hitting off into. So there's cool spots. So I'm I'd be down to either do some golfing like that, or we could just go and get drunk and go to Topgolf.
Topgolf is so much fun.
Yeah.
I did it last year with my boss, and it was snowing. It was nighttime, and it was cool as hell. Yeah. It wasn't super cold. I just wore a hoodie, and there was heat lamps over us, but snow was coming down. That was a lot of fun. That was great. So the guy's company who works on the company that works on our forklifts, the guy who runs that company, it was a customer appreciation party. So he had just opened it, and he did full spread too. He rented out 4 bays, and all the drinks were comped, and the food was the top tier of what you can order, these fajitas and stuff, and dessert and everything.
That's cool.
And there was 30 people, so it was really cool. Did a lot of rounds of that. I found out I was pretty. I played they had Angry Birds, so you'd look at the screen and you would see where you're shooting the bird.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun, but also just trying to get it, get the most points while hitting the ball. It's a lot of fun. Topgolf is fun. We should go do that. It's a little pricey, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did Topgolf once, and that was I think 2019. I was when I traveled for work. And when we had people in our office, I went to Denver, and I with our whole team, I put together. What the fuck is that noise?
Sounds like water running.
Oh, yeah. It's probably the bathtub draining upstairs.
So.
Oh, that'll be fun. Anyway, so I was, we went out there and we did an event and we had we ordered some food and we didn't have like a drink package or anything, but it was it was a great time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Swinging golf clubs and hanging out and yeah.
Yeah, it's fun and it's worth it. So maybe, and they had a good beer selection there too. I forgot what I think I was drinking like Voodoo Ranger or something like that. I do remember though after that going home and cracking open a Bourbon County. It was a Saturday night. And I was like, I'm gonna watch a movie and drink some Bourbon County. That was a lot of fun.
I'm curious, what's the company that does your forklifts?
I don't know the name off the top of my head. I know the guy's name. His name's Jim.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jim. We're hoping that he wants to do it again. Also, our box guy last year, who we buy our custom-made boxes from, took us to Buffalo Wild Wings just for like a lunch thing or whatever. And I think I texted you and Clark about this, and maybe Dan, that we got there. He's like, you guys can have a drink or whatever you want. And I was like, I'm like, if you guys are going to have a beer, I'll have a beer. And I see in the back, I'm like, they have cans of VSOJ. Not VSOJ, just Straight Jacket. Uh-huh. They had just Straight Jacket from Revolution. And I was like, wow, you guys have, I mentioned it to the bartender, like, wow, you guys have Revolution's like barrel-aged barley wine? Like, yeah. And the guy was like, you guys want to have one of those? And I'm like, you guys, those are like 14%. Like, come on, that's fine. I'm like, if you guys want to have those, I'll have one too. Sure enough, he bought 3 of those. And I was like, and we were eating food and everything, but I felt, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Wednesday. I was feeling pretty good. And I was like, okay, I can't do that ever again.
Go back and take a nap.
Yeah, I wanted to so bad. I was so tired. Everybody, when I came back, I was like, hey, guys. Like, I'm not driving the forklift anymore. I'll just receive stuff in.
Yeah, right.
But that was a lot of fun. Brandon, how many Sleepy Bear hats? Do you know, I'm referencing what is it? I forget the tea. It's got the Sleepy Time Bear on there, and it's chamomile, and it's got the
I think it's called Sleepy Time tea.
Yeah, I think
that's the stuff Becca has.
How many Sleepy Time Bears are you giving this one? We both look tired right now.
I'm going to go 3.9.
All right, cool. For this one particular, this is like 4 or 5 for me.
Okay.
I really love this.
So like my vote could, I don't know if my number will change, but like my ranking, I think this might end up being higher than, I don't know, whatever.
Well, and your palate's going to be, our palates are different, especially with this. This seems very specific.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brandon's putting his feet up. I'm just tired, I feel like, man. I'm tired from this weekend. It's been a long, cold weekend.
I'm tired from this week. And so what sucked about, I hate that we were all sick this week, but like, so Becca had a medical procedure last week on Friday that she had to prepare for on she wasn't allowed to eat or anything before her procedure. So that was Thursday. And then it was like Thursday and Friday, I was basically taking care of Benjamin, doing all that stuff.
Right.
And then Saturday night, I was in the bedroom with him when he threw up.
Oh, fun.
And I was
digging into the Ritz, by the way.
I looked over and I was like, "Fucking hot dogs, no!" Hot dog came back. I was literally laying right next to him, and all of a sudden, I just. Luckily, I moved just in time. So then he was sick, so we took care of him, and then that night Becca got laid on the floor with him the entire night. She was just and he got sick a couple more times throughout the night, and then probably he did not get a great night's sleep, but sure as shit, 6:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock, he was wide awake, running around. He's like, "Let's go downstairs. Come on, let's go." Oh, I'm like, "The hell." So he did that, went to school Monday, but Monday, Becca was the one, she was saying, she's like, I'm not feeling great. And I was like, okay. And then she was kind of sick, and then, I was putting Benjamin to bed because she wasn't feeling good. And then laying there with Benjamin, and I'm just I'm laying there, all of a sudden I start hearing him breathing funny. I'm like, please God, no. And I open up my eyes, and I while I'm opening my eyes to check to see what's going on with them, I just hear splat.
Oh no! Again.
And he's like, "I threw up again." I was like, "Oh God!" And that wasn't a lot, so he like just ripped his sheets off his bed. He got back on the floor, and then he ended up throwing up like one more time. But like I did not sleep that entire night. I literally, first I was laying on the floor, like watching him most of the night, and then I was like, dude, I was like so uncomfortable. Like I'm by no means a skinny guy, and laying on my side the entire night, my hip was killing me. So I'm like, you got a nice foam mattress, Benjamin. I'm gonna go lay in your bed.
Yeah.
So I did, but I still couldn't sleep, and it was like 5:45. Our alarms usually go off at 6 in the morning. 5:45, 5:50, I fell asleep.
Oh man!
And then the alarm went off. I was like, God damn it! That sucked.
That's a rough, long day.
So then Tuesday, it was like I was miserable, and I messaged my boss, and I'm like, this is what's going on. Like, Benjamin's homesick. Becca's off work because she's sick, and I said I'm trying to keep my sanity together. I'm going to work as long as I can. We'll try and figure this out. So I worked the day, and I think at lunchtime I went up and took a nap, and then Becca was like, "Oh, we'll keep Benjamin home on Wednesday too." I'm like, "Great." I was off on Wednesday because the company gave us off, and so then and she decided she was going to work. So I'm like, "Great." So I'm going to watch Benjamin. So like literally that, and then Wednesday night is when I got sick. So I took Thursday off, and then Friday I was still kind of out of it, and like I think my body's been needing to catch up on sleep. So
yeah, sounds like it. Jeez.
But last night I think I caught up pretty decently, and then like Benjamin, surprisingly, he didn't get up like at his normal like between 6 and 7, and it was like 7:15. I think he came into our room. And, like, normally he comes in and he's like, wake up, it's morning time.
But he starts singing Chop Suey?
Yeah. Wake up, everybody should put a little makeup. But he walked right in, and, like, Becca just moved over in bed, and he hopped in, and, like, they started, like, snuggling, and they fell back asleep. And I was like, great. So we fell back asleep, and then we, like, all ended up waking up at, like, 8:15. I was like, I got a decent night's sleep.
Nice.
Can't complain.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see how tonight goes.
Yeah.
I'm off tomorrow, so I got that going for me. So.
I'm not. I wish I was. I originally was going to take it off, but we ended up being closed on Friday because of the storm that came through here. And last night went out, did some karaoke, came back home, and I ended up sleeping until about 11-ish, which is rare for me. So I slept in, and then today I just kind of hung out, watched some movies, and took another nap, and then got up to make sure that my car started to come here to see you and have dinner here with you guys, which thank you very much.
Welcome.
The food was very good. So like I said, I broke the handle of my car. It's still attached, at least. I think I just need to take it to my mechanic to have it fixed.
Speaking of watching movies, while I was under the weather, finally watched The Equalizer with Denzel Washington.
I've never seen it. How is it?
It was good. It's pretty good. It's funny. Well, I think, were you there when I was telling Becca's parents, and like, it's like John Wick, but with Denzel Washington.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
It's kind of like it is.
Nice. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But it was actually pretty good. I watched the first two.
Oh, good.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I think since you and I sort of rewatched John Wick, I can now go back and watch John Wick 2 and 3 and then 4.
Yeah, I still have to watch 3 and 4.
Yeah, I need to watch them. So, we're drinking the next one. Brandon, which one of the Hoplarks are we drinking now?
We are drinking the Citra Bomb one.
Yes.
And this one is on the hoppiness level of, whoa! Like Joy Lawrence from Blossom.
What do you think of this one? Or is there a description on there? Or is it the same?
Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it is different. If you like us, you see the world through citra-colored glasses. We pair delicate whole-leaf white tea with a whoa level of citra hops, meant to be enjoyed enthusiastically. I'm enthusiastic!
I'm enjoying this!
This is hoppy!
And if you turn it around by the nutrition facts, it should say what the ingredients
0 calories.
No,
carbonated water, citra hops, organic white tea, and citric acid.
There we go.
I'm doing acid?
Yeah, dude, you're going to trip balls.
The other one did not have acid.
So this one definitely is much more bitter.
Dude, and not only that, I predominantly smelt the Citra hops.
No.
There's no tea smell. I'm getting the essence of tea when I'm drinking it. But yeah, totally, it was like a punch in the face with the tea or with the hops. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was the first one I tried of the hop teas. Or maybe, I know I said it was a cameo, but now I think about it, I think this one was the first one that I tried because of the Citra and that one standing out so much to me. Yeah. And I was like, well, why not? Why wouldn't I want to try this? I think this one does have caffeine in it too. Yeah, dude, you're gonna stay up late tonight now. Idiot.
30
his hand shaking.
Mugs of caffeine.
So yeah, this is a good one to have in the middle of the day to start your day too, because there's caffeine in it. And if you're an alcoholic but you don't want to like drink, you still want that hoppiness, you can drink this. I have drank this at work. This one as well. I like this one. A little less than like the calm one. Yeah. Like the calm one is one I can drink all the time and it still has a hoppiness to it. Mm-hmm. This one, there's a lot of hop to it, which is good. If you want something with a hop bite to it, I feel like this is a good way to go. Plus, citrus delicious.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, just, for the first time trying it, kind of splitting it, I think works really well for this. But I think it's fantastic. I'm kind of in the same boat with you that I may put the chamomile one a little bit higher than this. Not that I don't like the Citra profile. I think the hop profile is great on this. It is a lot. Yeah. And it's meant to be a lot. But kind of like what you said, the other one is, more long-term drinkable. Yeah. Versus this one, it's like, it would be like a one and done type of thing.
Yeah, the chamomile one, if that was in like 12-ounce cans and I can get 6-packs of it, I would drink them all the time. 100%. I would just have those and drink them all the time and get sleepy. But yeah, it's probably good that they're not like that because I would probably drink them all the time, and if chamomile really does make me sleepy, I would be falling asleep. Yeah. But at least there's caffeine in the Citra one.
Yeah. Like negating the sleepiness of the other one. Now we're going to be wired.
Yeah. I think the last one also has caffeine in it.
Oh, great. It'd be like, go, JoJo the Indian Circus Boy. A pretty new pet.
Well, I mean, I still got to go edit this. I got to go brave the tundra of Chicago one more time. That'll wake me back up. That's the thing. It's like the cold will wake me up. It's once I get in and I start feeling like warm and comfortable, and then all of a sudden it's like, sleepy time. So that's why I'm glad my warehouse gets cold, because it's hard to be sleepy in a cold-ass warehouse. Brandon, how many white tea leaves are you going to give this one?
Yeah, I'm like a 4. No. Yeah, see, like, I like this one, and I'm trying to think for what it is, right? Like in the instance of like,
I feel like you could rate it higher than the last one, but still prefer.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I think the flavor wise, for what it is, and just kind of enjoying it, like I really really like it, and so for what it's supposed to be, it's it's telling you it's got it literally says it's supposed to be a lot of hops, and I think they nailed everything that they're claiming it to be. So yeah, I'm at like a 4 on this.
Yeah, I'm there with you because it has a special place in my heart as the first one that I tried. I think I'm going like 4.2, 4.25 on it, because it is exactly what it says it's supposed to be, and I think they nailed it.
Ain't no lie.
Bye. What? Yeah, dude. Yeah, this is. I really like these. What do you like? Overall, like, do you like?
I do.
Do you like these?
Yeah.
No. They're all, I can only find at Mariano's and Whole Foods.
Noted.
You can also order cases of it online, I think.
Oh, of course. Everyone needs cases of these.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at having a case. Hoplark, I wouldn't be mad if I had a case of these.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed with how well they're done. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, both of these, again, already I feel like they're really good substitutions if you go to, like, if you're hanging out with people who might not be doing dry January, and, you know, you want to have somewhat of an adult beverage, this also works.
Yeah.
I feel like having a couple of these, like all three of these, you know, you don't have to, you're not going to pound these. Although because it's carbonated and I like the way they taste, I could drink these both very fast.
Oh, yeah.
Which I normally do, and I try to, like, slow myself down on it, but I can't. We've got one more from Hoplark of these teas. I got a burp coming. Hold on. There it is. The hop scale on this one. This one's called the really hoppy one. However, the hop on the hop scale here, it just says really. So it's below. Whoa. So it's below the last one. So this one is, if you enjoy fresh hoppy IPAs, you will love this intense hop flavor and aromas. You will love this intense hop flavor and aroma complemented with just the right amount of bitterness. It's carbonated water. The hops are Cascade and Citra. It has organic black tea in it and some citric acid.
Okay.
So this is a black tea one.
Oh, all right.
Like Lipton tea. So this one, I wonder how this... Now, I'm not sure if I had this one. I think maybe I had. Ooh, this one looks like a beer. It looks more like a beer than the other ones.
Ooh.
Like, look at the color on that.
Yeah.
I'll pour a little more. Let me get a little bit more of that caffeine. This one, ooh. This one is caffeinated as well. Yeah, this looks like a straight up beer. The other ones, we didn't really talk about the colors of them. They were kind of like whitish, opaque, like hazy. This looks like we poured a hazy, not like super hazy, but a somewhat hazy beer.
Ooh. Hello there.
Interesting.
Did you say what the...
Cascade and Citra.
Okay. They're really going with that Citra hop, eh? I can smell the Cascade, though.
Yeah. I'm interested to see your take on this.
This is like the only, like, I feel like Cascade and Citra are the two that I can identify usually the most.
Mosaic I can pick out.
Maybe Mosaic. I don't know. No, I know, like, just because I think Cascade and Citra were like two of the first ones that I really kind of enjoyed. So...
Cascade's one of my favorite. Citra is another. I am a big fan of Amarillo. Amarillo is a really good hop. I'd like to make another Amarillo, Citra, Cascade, IPA, or Pale Ale. What are you getting there? I almost said Mike. What are you getting there, Mike?
Hold on. Mike, are you here?
Somebody asked Mike.
Oh yeah, this is Mike.
Oh, hey, Mike.
This does pretty good stuff. I'm sorry, I got a speech impediment. I got punched in the throat.
That's all right. Well, thanks for...
See you later.
Okay, bye.
This one has 70 milligrams of caffeine.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm trying to think. What's it in a can of coffee?
Alexa, how many milligrams in a cup of coffee? Of caffeine?
A cup of coffee typically weighs around 240,000 milligrams. Also,
Alexa.
I can give you notifications on new movies being released.
Oh,
Would
great.
you like me to do that?
No.
No, how many milligrams in a cup of coffee? Fuck, never mind, stop, never mind, stop.
Is a Japanese manga artist...
Blew it. Alexa, how many milligrams of caffeine in a cup of coffee? I'm losing it.
The amount of caffeine in a cup of coffee can vary depending on the type of coffee and the serving size. On average, an 8-ounce cup of coffee contains about 95 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
So we've had about, we're having about a cup of coffee worth of caffeine tonight. That's not going to do anything to me.
No. Did I still remember back in the day sitting at Golden
I was
Nugget.
just going to say, you remember going to the Golden Nugget and drinking a bunch of coffee until the
Sun came up.
and then just going to bed?
Yep.
Yeah, that really wrecked my body with caffeine. My body just became so immune. Like, I still drink coffee in the morning because I like it, but I don't think caffeine really does anything to me.
No.
As far as, like, keeping me awake. It might, like, prevent me from sleeping well, but but as far as, like, keeping me awake, no. What do you think of this one? Now that we heard from Mike, what do you think, Brandon?
dude, that black tea is prominent.
Yeah. At first, it was I thought it was smokiness.
Yeah. Ooh, is this a Roush tea? But yeah, the black tea is totally coming through, and then like that's the predominant flavor, and I feel like the Cascade and Citra are just. I wouldn't even say it's not accompanying it. It's a little less. It's a little, it's not as prominent, not as noticeable as the other two that we had already had. I think it's overshadowed by
the black tea.
The black tea.
Yeah, I agree. I think this one would be good to mix with like lemon juice, like as an Arnold Palmer type thing.
Okay, yeah.
Or like lemonade, I mean. Or add like some type of other like citrus sweetness to it. I think this would be a good one of these Hoplark hop teas to blend or mix or use as a mixer or something. The other ones I like straight up as is, to just drink normal. This one I could put like, I think adding some sweet citrus to it would just make it a little, like make it pop or make it a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah, it's not bad. And like, I mean, in a pinch, if like I needed this over like coffee, I would.
Oh, absolutely.
I could do that.
It's to me, this one's not as refreshing as the other two were.
Correct.
But it's still tasty, and I like that. It looks like beer. It's kind of, it's dark, like, or the golden, like,
very
orange.
deceiving.
Yeah, if someone saw that, if we took a picture of it, I mean, you would think that we were drinking beers, but we're not.
Well, and even like what really messed with my head was how prominently the Cascade and Citra, like the aroma is there.
Yeah, that is there more than
tea.
Yeah.
And then like the flavor is the complete opposite. Like it's like, hello, I'm tea. Were you looking for something?
I have a little bit of hops with me. Yeah, this is pretty good. Like I said, I don't remember having this one, so I don't think I've had this before. How many black tea leaves are you giving this one?
Clever.
Yeah, I thought I would go real hard on that.
I'm gonna go 3.2.
Wow, that low, huh?
3.2.
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3.5 on this.
Yeah, I was between 2
you.
and 5. But
yeah, this is it's good. It's definitely not bad. I think there is definitely an audience for this one, specifically because of how much it tastes like tea.
Yeah.
Like the tea flavor is definitely the star of this one.
Yeah, I feel like there's people you could give this to and say, "Hey, this is a carbonated black tea," and they would drink it and be like, "Oh, this tastes like tea."
Yeah.
And possibly not even notice the hop profile,
or notice some like, "Oh, there's another flavor in there. What is it?"
Yeah.
Not being able to maybe recognize it.
Agreed.
While the other two definitely have, specific hop attributes.
Yeah, and I mean
characteristics to
that I would attribute that to those being lighter teas, obviously. So,
good point. So, if you had to rank the three of what you like the most, obviously we like all three, but if you had to rank them, how would you rank these?
I would do chamomile first, Citra second, and then this one last.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
Those are that's how I felt about these. The chamomile one is my favorite. It's just very refreshing, very tasty. I like the hoppiness of it. It's not super strong, but I also just like the flavor of the tea and the carbonated water.
Hoplark, I don't know how long these have been around, but were they... I'm curious to know if they were at like GABF when we were there.
They may have been. I think they may have been, only because of I remember looking into their hop waters after or before. I mean, like I would like maybe we've got a couple more dry January episodes to do. Maybe I will see if I can grab some of their hop waters to have, because the Sabro, Citra, and Mosaic are all three are also just very different.
Yeah.
As far as like the difference of these two. And it looks like they have some other ones as well. Oh,
There's a Mosaic tea one that we didn't have.
yeah, they have also really, really hoppy one. That would be okay to try. I mean, so now the price point on these, they're like I said, they're not super cheap. They are kind of pricey. Like a 12-pack of, if you got like a mix of the 12-pack, it's $40. Which, I mean, that's 12 teas for $40. But I mean, a lot goes into it, and I get it and I understand. The one I want to try, it's called the Relax Mix, which has the chamomile on there, but it has the mild hibiscus, which is spicy complexity of. Oh, sorry, that's just the. Sorry, that's going in they have a Thai basil one, the calm one, which we had, and they have a sprucey one, a spruce tip one. So I'd like to try that. They also have a HopTea limited edition cream soda one that they did. They have a bunch of they have a root beer one they did. I'd like to try the sprucey one. But yeah, the mild hibiscus one, and then just the green tea one, which they did as well. And all these 12 packs, they're 16-ounce cans, by the way. So 12 packs, they're about $40 to get it. You can have them shipped to you as well. And I know that I think they also have they have different hop waters other than the ones that I mentioned. So they have another flagship ones were the Sbarro hops, Mosaic hops, and Citra. But they also have a Strata hop one, a Talus hop, an Autumn blend, a Saz hops, a Brew One hops. They have a bunch of. Looks like they had a bunch of different ones, and it looks like they have some other type of like one-offs they do. They have also Hoplark 0.0. It's the better way to NA. They do a sour, a Citra,
Really?
and a really hoppy one. I would like to try the sour. Those look like they're a little more expensive. I wonder if these are more. Yeah, so it's done as a beer because it says a unique riff on a kettle sour citrus flavor bomb with no calories, no sugar, and no gluten. This I might need to try, especially with like the, me talking about the sour beers I like to try when we come out of dry January. Mm-hmm. Maybe this is a way to end dry January with something like that.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I looked up their site too, and like just kind of the random stuff on there. They have Hoplark, a limited edition root beer.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm impressed with what they're trying, and I definitely would be interested in trying way more of their stuff.
I will do some research, see what I can find. Maybe some of these single can beer places have some of these, or I just go to Whole Foods where you can also buy some single cans of this stuff too. See what I can get, maybe grab a couple, and we'll do another follow-up.
There you go.
Which I'd be fine with. Because, we got to make dry January work, baby. We got to find. There's so many alternatives now, and I'm very happy.
Yeah, I had that had that Untitled Art earlier today. That was good. I mean, for a hazy IPA, a non-alcoholic hazy IPA, it was definitely not something that would scratch the itch of like needing, or wanting a hazy IPA, but it was just enough to be like, okay, it's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
That's, we haven't had any of them yet. I almost bought a 6-pack of it, but the Athletic Brew at the Mariano's by you by Elston,
yep,
they have their stout.
Oh,
they have a stout over there, so I almost grabbed that. We haven't tried the Guinness one yet either. So we've got some other NA beers to try.
I saw, I don't know if it was in one of the beer groups, or I think I randomly saw a post maybe from some Guinness group that showed up on my Facebook feed, but they were saying that, somebody was saying that the Zero Guinness is the closest thing to like an actual Guinness.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be pretty decent.
Well, we'll have to get that then. Maybe we'll do some stouts. We'll grab some of those and split up. I know Stella also has an NA beer now.
Ooh,
an NA
interesting.
Stella. I've had the NA Heineken before. I mean, we could get.
So have I.
The thing about NA Heineken is that it tastes like Heineken.
Yeah.
I don't really care for Heineken, but I'll tell you this: I did go out.
I'm not in high school anymore.
Yeah, I was Rolling Rock.
I was gonna say, now if they had any Rolling Rock,
that I would do. I'd be all over that. We need to have Rolling Rock on this show. That might be our first thing in February. We'll get a case of Rolling Rock.
Still have Rolling Rock? Does that still exist?
I think it still exists, man. Well, we've got a Super Bowl show we got to do again. So we'll get all the macro beers again.
When is the Super Bowl this year?
February 15th, 6th, 4th. I don't know, man. Somewhere around there. 13th? Somewhere around there. It's, no longer on my birthday weekend anymore, so I'm bummed about that.
I don't know why they pushed it out so far, but
Losers.
soon it's going to be in like June. Like, Super Bowl. Playoffs are done in January. We'll play the Super Bowl in June.
Everybody take some time off and
Yeah.
come back, and we'll see how strong everybody
It's like, how do these players get so fat?
They just stopped working out.
You gave them the spring off, and they went to fucking Cabo or whatever.
The Pro Bowl's multiple weeks long now.
I would totally be down to trying some Rolling Rock or... I mean, there's
a handful of macro beers we still haven't had.
Yeah,
on the show,
I was gonna say
there's a good amount.
And I definitely think we have to get into the 40s territory at some point, and like
I'm okay with that. I think that'll be a fun episode.
Yeah.
That one I might spend the night.
we could play Edward 40 Hands. You got to tape the 40s to your hands.
What a great episode that would be. Let's see if we can get Matthew involved.
Let me hit the stop button. Oh, the computer's dead.
Hey Matthew, we're looking at you for the Edward 40 Hands episode. We're gonna bring you on for that one.
You'll be the one to tape everyone up.
Oh man, well that's it for our first dry January episode. There it is, the Hoplark teas. If you know where to find them, go get them. Also, just go to their website. You can order there. While the price point might be a little high, it's a good product. It's delicious. I buy them occasionally. I think it's $3 or something like that, a can of these 16-ounce hop teas, and they're delicious, and it's a nice little treat.
You're paying the same price you would for like a Monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever, so.
Except these just taste better, in my opinion. Although I do love a good sugar-free Red Bull every now and then.
I was gonna say though, unless you're looking for a big blast of caffeine, you are not gonna get that from this.
No, but it's something to enjoy. Brandon, I love you, buddy.
Love you too, man.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
This has been The Malting Hour. Be sure to follow us on all social media by searching The Malting Hour and at themaltinghour.com. You can also follow us individually on social media. Brandon can be found on Instagram as BMDub81, on Twitter, BDub81, and on Untapped as BDubDrinksBeer. Tony can be found on Instagram and Untapped under Ace of Help Chicago, on Twitter, The Ace of Help Chicago. Clark can be found as Clarkowski on all three. Dan can be found on Instagram as hip__hops and hip hops on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe, like, and rate the show on your preferred podcast listening platform. Until next time, cheers from all of us at the Malting Hour.